Salam alaikum, salam alaikum, salam. Welcome back. American Quality Control features and comment limited. Stanton, Virginia 24401. We out here in the saw, baby. No need to adjust the hort or the vert on your video set. You are, in fact, receiving the visuals more or less as intended. This is what happens with late diagnosed ADHD and a recommitment to liberation, saving it for parts, and potato quality audio, potato quality video, Black liberation, disability liberation and justice, if not revenge, in the long run, from a place of love, of course. But it is, of course, 19 June. It is 2026. And it is a federal holiday. So it's Juneteenth. Interesting stuff. Funny how everybody gets the day off now. Kind of weird. Seems like that just seems weird to me. But some kindly whites did offer me happy Juneteenth in good faith, I think. I didn't take it personally. And I, from a loving place and a respectful place, with some prologue in doing so, before doing so, I did wish some Black folks today hoped that they would have a thoughtful and blessed Juneteenth. And they seemed pleased to receive those greetings and wished me much along the same lines. Uh, 20 June here in Stanton, Virginia, at Montgomery Hall Park will be the 10th annual convening of Stanton's celebration of Juneteenth as a historical rededication of African American history, and memory setting and memory making. And of African American resistance and self-emancipation from slavery and the evil wickedness of whites and their refusal to relinquish control of Black people and Africans. So that's going down from, I think, 10 to 6. Weather's supposed to be decent. Hopefully, this front will line up and everything will be south of us will be well to the east so that it will be less windy. It's about done with the wind. And I will be very pleased to meet some of Stanton's elders. I had the very good fortune today to encounter Miss Susie King on the street today. She was going into the visitor center, and in a chance encounter, I was able to bring glad tidings to Susie King, one of Stanton's driving forces in making sure that American history, Stanton's African American history, has been preserved, collected, interpreted, shared, remembered, cataloged, stored, and communicated officially so that future generations have something to be proud of, something that can be something to show for their ancestors' hard work, ingenuity, resourcefulness, and refusal to be defined by the pig-headed cruelty, small-minded racism and refusal to show humanity to Black people here in Stanton by their white neighbors, and for the longest time, white rulers and owners, and their ruling and owning class here in the Shenandoah Valley. It is still very, very racist here in Stanton, and again, have had for me the very facts, the very data-backed statistical facts, which can be confirmed by Stanton's Diversity, Equity, Inclusivity Commission. Their reports say that despite the demographics of Stanton reflecting something to the effect of a population of white people in Stanton only amounting to something along the lines of about 64%. The city of Stanton has hired and has on staff and on payroll for its employees a total of, across City of Stanton staff, City of Stanton School Board staff, and City of Stanton Schools staff, in total, all of those staffs members combined, police, fire, public works, support staff in all departments, administrative, etc., all combined staff hired by the City of Stanton or City of Stanton School Board, full stop. The percentage total is 95% white in 2026. "95% white in 2026. The city of Stanton effectively only hires white people. Ask me how I know. Seriously, ask me, Mr. Aaron Barmer, how I know. Won't somebody from a government oversight body or a law firm of any reputation or a reporter with any integrity that understands what racism is and is not a fucking lap dog in Stanton employed by the news leader or at the Augusta Free Press, won't someone, or at WHSV, won't someone please ask Mr. Aaron Barmer what the fuck he is on about? American Quality Control. Features and comment limited. In other news, it's been a beautiful day here in Stanton. A little windy. Haven't been a big fan of it. Haven't seen hide nor hair of Commonwealth's Attorney John Baber II. Wonder if he'll turn up at Juneteenth, jacking his jaw. Hopefully he'll have the good sense to show up, shut the fuck up, eat his potato salad, stay the motherfuck out of my way, keep his goddamn mouth shut if I say anything and everything I want, and have a nice day. And the sooner he gets the fuck out of my city, the better. Fuck you, John Baber. Happy Juneteenth to black people. Not you, because you're a cracker and a racist. Go fuck yourself. I ain't done with you, boy. American Quality Control, features and comment limited. Any questions? So, just in case anyone is wondering and hasn't noticed or figured it out, yes, this is a map, one of these layers. We're looking at the Earth. earth.nullschool.net website is one of the layers. It's a big globe with a bunch of layers. You can see the winds and the tides and all that stuff. Good meteorological earth sciences tool for free. It's a cool one. I'm more or less hovered above the Shenandoah Valley at the center left of the window-ish. And yes, we're still pointed at the intersection of Beverly Street and Market Street. The sun is finally beginning to set. Kind of a warm one today. I have not tuned into any news today. I've not been feeling super great. I took my Kesimpta out of the fridge. That's right, Kesimpta, my molecule, my CD20 antibody destroyer. I took it out of the fridge so that it could get to room temperature because it is about time to put it in my belly. Put it in my belly and have my, I'm a couple days over past my dose. So I need to get this in me so that I can be immunocompromised again. Nice and immunocompromised for the rest of the week. Can't have my myelin attacking my having my brain attacking my myelin all rowdily. I need to be nice and weak when I go to Juneteenth. So yeah, so this is what we got right here. Kesimpta. When you are absolutely disabled as fuck, ofatumumab, all up in your side meat, 20 milligrams, all up in your side meat. Kesimpta. Shout out to the good people at Novartis. Thank you, good people at Novartis. Ofatumumab. If it ends in mab, it means it's a monoclonal antibody or some shit stuff. So let me go grab some alcohol, clean off my belly, and then we're gonna jab ourselves right in the belly live. I'm gonna take one of these screens off of here. Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Ain't that Bill O'Reilly? He was so mad. So mad. I'm not mad. Nope. I'm not mad at all. I'm very grateful to have a cutting edge medication. Can't wait for my formerly city employer provided insurance to run out at the end of next month. Can't wait to find out how I'm going to have access to this very, 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 very expensive medication. Can't wait to find out how I'm going to get access to this very expensive medication when I'm super duper disabled as fuck. And the new SNAP and disability rules are so goddamn evil. It's absolutely eugenic again. And here we are in Stanton, Virginia. So we're going to be back on here, American Quality Control Features and Comment Limited, talking about it. I ain't worried about that right now. Because like I said, we're here for a hard time, not a long time. And if I'm all, like I said, I've already had the prayers that mattered most to me answered. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, Allahu Akbar. And, this is all overage time, whatever. I'm not greedy. So if I'm going to be like super crypt up, cool. If anybody thinks I'm going to like slow down, telling people like Commonwealth's Attorney John Baber II, which foot I'm about to, metaphorically and reputationally kick him dead in his ass with before I do it, just like in Chinese. Well, I might even be bedridden, but guess what? Whether it be by text, email, Candygram, or shit. I can always hire an out of work somebody to just go over to 21 North New Street and do a little soft shoe outside the damn window and wait for you, John Baber II. It ain't that hard. There's a lot of people in this town I found out recently actually specifically do not like you. And that's because you phony as hell. And I'm starting to understand from talking to people and reviewing your case, the cases that you have made a terrible mistake allying yourself with Brad Zinn, getting published in the paper about, because he's a abominable writer. He ain't doing you no favors. You're a shitty lawyer, in my opinion. You're a really shitty lawyer. You're not like, I guess you think you're some sort of like softy reformer or something like that. Like you're doing people a favor by not throwing these evil motherfuckers the fuck in jail. Like people who deserve to be in jail, right? Have fucking jails, and people who should be in jail because they're violent and they're sick in the fucking head and they deserve to have like the full book thrown at them, like the people who should be there. And it seems like you have a problem applying the full force of your powers against them. It seems like you getting pushed around in the courtroom or in like negotiations with defense attorneys repeatedly. That's how it appears to me. I don't know. It just seems like you getting your lunch money taken from you repeatedly. I don't know. That's the way it seems to me. You don't seem very well respected. So maybe you just think that you're going to bully me as if I'm going to be easily pushed over too. I don't know how that's working out for you. There's not too many places else you can trespass me from yourself. So I guess, your little fiefdom is the giraffe ice skating rink up at 21 North New Street, you tiny nincompoop. So I guess that's that's your safe space. And so I guess that's where we are. It won't last, but I guess that's your safe space. And so you got to hide up there and hope you never see me on the street or see me in spaces where black folks are going to look at you and then think about what I'm saying about you and then be like, oh, damn. Yeah, this nigga is kind of corny, but I'm definitely not siding with this prosecutor over what my personal experience as a black person is telling me right now. And, shit. Am I sticking up for this grab ass backslapping John Baber over, objective lived experience of black people? So much so that it's literally a stereotype of what you're doing to me, John Baber? Weird. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for you. But I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of nobody in this town. So certainly not like to call you a racist and a liar and a coward to your face in public. I don't care who's around standing next to you. You're going to have to fess up to being a coward and a liar and to being a racist, at least, because don't nobody believe you, and they ain't gonna believe you over me. The more they hear about what's going on, they're gonna question everything you're doing, wondering why you're doing it that way. Frankly, I predict, like I've been predicting for a while, a wave of resignations and early retirements in the city of Stanton administrative class and bureaucratic support class, as people realize they are working for unethical people, at minimum, unethical people. Perhaps people who are exposing these likely underpaid and overworked staffers to legal liability for their bosses' bad judgment, which can be again and again demonstrated when these bosses, in many cases, keep fucking up and think they're going to do it at Mr. Aaron Barmer's expense. I promise you, John Baber, I ain't going to focus on nobody else. There ain't no out of office hours for your dumbass and your fashy haircut. The only way you're going to get a minute's peace in this town from here on out is to get right. Period. Full stop. Period. Be a man first. Get right with me first. Demonstrate that you have that capacity. I'll tell you what I tell all these dumb knucklehead ass cops who keep fucking up, like this one who's about to get this fucking, as soon as the chief comes back to town Monday morning, he's gonna have a fucking complaint coming right to him Monday morning. There's gonna be one cop who's getting a recommendation. There's gonna be another cop who's gonna be getting a big old pile of doo-doo right in his disciplinary file. Just like you, John Baber, getting your complaint to the Virginia Bar Association. It's going to be a good one. They're going to have to look into it. And I'm going to make sure that plenty of other oversight bodies are aware that you got a complaint that's getting looked into by the Virginia Bar Association. And maybe the shitty press around here ain't going to touch it with a 10-foot pole because, for reasons, I'm sure. But Stanton is not the only place in the world that thinks a story about a Commonwealth's attorney might be interesting. And trust me, little boy, they're going to know by the end of the month, okay? So, congratulations. I'm going to focus on whatever the fuck I want. So, the best thing you could do to delay the worst of what's headed your way, guaranteed, is to get right with me, reset, be a man, sit down like a man with me at a table, in public, like I've already invited you. Don't be a coward. Don't hide behind women. Don't hide behind men with guns. Bring yours, man. Put it on the motherfucking table. I don't care what you do. I ain't afraid of you. If that makes you feel safe, bring your little fucking yellow blanket with you. Suck your thumb. I don't give a fuck. But be a man. Show up. Answer some questions without a bunch of bullshit. And then maybe find out if I stop dogging your ass on a daily basis. Public got a right to know. Because from where I'm sitting, you a shitty lawyer. You a dangerous prosecutor. You got an unstable temperament to be pledging authority and to be entrusted with the people's business. I'm not a hard person to please when it comes to government, but boy, you done shit the bed pretty bad. And I'm feeling a certain type of way considering it's Juneteenth. And I just don't see a future for you in Stanton or in Stanton politics. And that's going to be a non-starter unless you get right with me. I know you think I'm a nobody, but you're less than nobody in Stanton. And that's the part you ain't figured out. You see, you're less than nobody. The amount of cumulative stress and disruption and dissatisfaction I'm willing to bring to you and your family's life in a principled way is limitless. And I don't think for somebody in your position who's probably the kind of person who'd like to be quoted being like, well, I couldn't do the kind of work I do if I couldn't depend on the support of my family, of my wife and my kids. Their support means everything to me. Yeah, well, yeah, you just hiding behind women and children, taking human shields as somebody with no character or charisma like yourself is wont to do. So how about you don't do that, John Baber, you coward, you small man? How about you show up by yourself, with yourself? I'm not hard to find. Stop hiding behind women and children. It's a little suspicious for a man who's supposed to be in charge of something. Because I guarantee you, your wife did not sign up for this part. And something tells me, John Baber, the way you act, you don't carry your stress real well from your job. You don't carry the outside stress from your job real well. Because if you don't taking questions from me real well, having respect as a prerequisite to any conversation, well, damn, what's it like at home? Does your wife have to curtsy to you? Huh? Is her tone of voice got to be just so? Every time she opens her mouth to you, John, when you're thinking real hard about work or something? Huh? You ever talk too loud to your wife, John? You ever snapped at her and then had to apologize, John? Things ever been a little rocky because of stress at work or how you deal with your stress? John. Because if you don't have a real tight regimen for how you regulate yourself when you're stressed, John Baber II, little boy, I'm going to tell you right now, your wife is not ready for what is coming. Your family unit is not going to be ready to go down this road with you when all it's going to take is you swallowing your shitty ass racist pride and being a man and sitting down with Mr. Aaron Barmer and acting like a man, not Commonwealth's attorney, John Baber II. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't get into that white box of yours. I can't get inside that fashy haircut of yours. So it's hard for me to understand, what's more important to you. Family cohesion, right? Happy home life, self-confidence that, you're thinking of your family first, like everybody being happy, or the fact that there ain't no such thing as 9 to 5, keeping your fucking racist policy, racist outlook, racist antagonism of a disabled black man who you are bad jacketing in public using racist and ableist language and tropes, inappropriately using your legal authorities, refusing to be held accountable for that because you're getting clowned and humiliated in public, and you think that there was like business hours for that shit. It is not going to stop. There is nothing you can do legally to stop me. All of these are justified grievances I have with you. They ain't got nothing to do with your office now, do they? They have to do with you. Did your office do that, or did John Baber do that? These are all things that are going to require a court to decide, affidavits to be sworn to, none of which has occurred because you're a coward and a shitty lawyer and a liar, John Baber II, Commonwealth's attorney for Virginia. Ain't never going to get reelected in this town again. So honestly, Mrs. Baber, I guess if you was crazy enough to take his last name, it's probably a good time to start updating that Zillow. Call you a realtor. See what you start thinking about what you can get for the house. Might be a good time to start looking into hold up on refinancing. If you was trying to think about it, maybe hold up. Maybe Stanton's not where you're going to end up staying. I've been reading Virginia Lawyers Weekly for a while, and jobs that even John might be qualified for are opening up all over the Commonwealth. And hey, he's still young enough. He could probably even go get himself like a deputy job at some little sheriff shop somewhere, maybe down on the Eastern Shore somewhere. They always need somebody, right? He likes to be in charge and officious. Shit, they'll probably pick him up, no questions asked. Or like McDonald's always hiring. But from master officer police officers who seriously think anybody in this town is going to address them as master officer, heavens to Betsy, and Commonwealth's attorney who just, bro, here's a quarter, call someone who cares. Just, you have bitten off more than you can chew. You better hope that Donald Trump suspends habeas corpus. You better hope that some insane terrorist calamity is used as justification for you assholes to try to impose a curfew anywhere under dubious claims of illegality and keeping people off the streets for our own or the community safety so that you can round people up or something like that. Hey, the New York Times was talking about it. I'm not being paranoid, right? They was talking about suspending habeas corpus, martial law type stuff, right? I got no illusions. That'd be a perfect opportunity for y'all to come grab me. So come on in. Y'all know where I live. I ain't worried about it. Because that's going to be like the only chance y'all get officially, unless you're just going to do the regular old Klan shit that, been happening all the time since forever. Other than that, though, like, I'm not worried about you, John Baber. I'm not worried about you, roided up, creatine swollen, suspiciously tattooed cops who drive around and pick up cones and are mad about it. Get a different damn job. Get the fuck out my city. Nobody asked you to be a fucking cop in my city. I don't need your bad attitude. You think I'm like worried about you? It's like I told you, man. Quit your job. Let that fucking insurance run out. Come knock on my motherfucking door. You see what I'm streaming. You know where I live. You talk real big for a motherfucker with city insurance, body armor, and a gun. So fuck you. Fuck you, John Baber. Fuck anybody that don't like I'm saying it. American Quality Control. Features and comment limited. All right. Okay, we're going to do some Kasimpta. That's right, kids. Kasimpta. Remember, kids, don't do drugs. Well, that's not very fun. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Ooh, that is kind of interesting, actually. I kind of like that a lot. Probably gonna fuck it up when I do this. Yep, I knew it. We're still here. Okay. All right, so that's happening. I need more light. That's what I need. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Put this all the way back here. All right. West Virginia flag is kind of all up in my area of operations. Sun has finally gone down behind this building, so I am not going, well, almost gone down behind this building, so I'm not going to be blinded. Almost there. We are almost there. Ah! Oh my gosh, I almost fell down. Ow! Yep, I gotta take my shot. I'm getting clumsy. I'm getting very clumsy. I'm getting super duper uncoordinated. Gotta drink my Flash IV. Shout out to Body Armor and their Slurm products. That was always one of the best episodes of Futurama. The first Slurm episode. Slurm. So true. So true. Also, Hypnotoad. Slurm and Hypnotoad. So true. I have so many dishes to do. I'm so very mad about it. I don't want to do my dishes. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Who needs a green screen? Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Very interesting. But very interesting. All right. All right. So that's very, very fun and all. But we also have to be able to show you this. Otherwise, what's the point? Oh, wow. That is so crazy. Interesting. Okay. All right. 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 So this is what it looks like. West Virginia flag. Hold up, bro. You drive me crazy for a second. Jamaica me crazy. All right. Hold up, bro. State of West Virginia. Shout out to the state of West Virginia. Without which I would not be. It's complicated. All right, so this is how we do it. Usually it's less ramshackle than this. But I've been doing this for over a year and a half, and I don't really give a darn. Today, I'm just doing it like this. A little alcohol. Give the old belly a little rub-a-dub-a-dub. Yes, I got a little chubberoo here. Just leave me alone. And then you take... That is too much brightness. And then you take your Kesimpta product right here. Kesimpta. I wish this was sponsored. I wish this was a sponsored Kesimpta product. If you listen in Novartis, hook a brother up. And so it's got this little thing like this. You see a little bubble in there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's like a little bubble in there. And if you look down inside of there, the potato quality video, there's like you see that little needle right there? It's a needle. And so I cleaned off my belly. And I just get it like that. On the little long. And then you just take it out. A little plunger goes down. Back out. And it's all done. And it goes in my little sharps container over here. And it's kind of hard to see exactly that's where the spot was. You see that little dot. If I was doing this in color, you could do it. I guess if I turn the saturation up, you can do it. You can see. No, maybe not. Why is everything so blue? Yeah, it's like right there. A little dot right there. Anyway, and just give it a little bit of that, and then usually I put a Band-Aid on it. Doesn't really matter, but that's it. Hell yeah. $3,500 right in my side meat. Woo! Kasimpta. Hooray! The sun. I can put my windows up. Fantastico. Molto bene. All right, what's all this? Who this is? I'll just pour that water on the floor. Why not? It ain't doing nothing. Just pour it on the floor. Bro. All right, this is starting to annoy me. What's up? Somebody out there grilling, and it smells really good. It smells really tasty because I'm poor. Come on, hands. What the fuck? This is fucking obnoxious. Gosh darn it. Bro, alhamdulillah. This is super annoying. Fam, I am so... Oh, bro. Man, the next... Like, seriously, for people who are not disabled, like, just... The next time somebody who is disabled tells you they're having a hard time, and you're like, oh... And you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm having a rough day, too. Just shut the fuck up. You are not having a rough day with your non-disabled ass. Just listen to the person who is disabled telling you they are having a rough day, and do not even consider trying to compare your rough day to theirs. Okay? Pro tip. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh. Hey, pro tip from the future, Aaron. Your hands don't always work, you genius. How about doing things that you can do, you know, when your hands work or don't work? Ugh. So over it. Alhamdulillah. Bro, multiple sclerosis is no fun at all. If anybody ever stops you on the street and offers you some multiple sclerosis, even if they say it's cheap, even if they say it's jailbroken already, do not, under any circumstances, accept it. Even if they say it's the easy kind or the good kind, they are lying. That shit is hot. You don't know where it's been. They will give it to you. You will install it, and you will be instantly and permanently sorry that you did. Just say no, thank you. I will have none of that multiple sclerosis, please. And thank you. And then you just go on your way. I was not given a choice, in case you are wondering if that's what happened to me. No one came to me on the street and was like, hey, man, you want some of this multiple sclerosis? No, I was not given the choice. I am not a person who accepts permanent neuromuscular, neurocognitive, neurodegenerative diseases from strangers off the street. I prefer to take those sorts of injuries from the internet myself in the privacy of my own home. Thank you very much. Where at least I know I'm free. There is something to be said for painter's tape, and then there's something to be said about using too much painter's tape. Man, whatever they're cooking smells good out there. It's too bad we don't have Smell-O-Net. You know, instead of Smell-O-Vision, just internet that you could. If you had Smell-O-Net, though, that'd be kind of gross, because you know the internet would be stinking. There'd be some stinky old internet, bruh. Why the internet be so stinking? I don't know, fam. The internet be stinking. All right. Potato quality video, potato quality audio. Free Palestine. Free all political prisoners. Death to Zionism. Death to Zionists. Death to white hegemony and white supremacy. And white genocidaires everywheres. American Quality Control features and comment limited. Fuck it, man. You think I ain't gonna like painter's tape this potato? You crazy? Because I will, and I'm about to do it right now. I ain't got no shame in my game at all whatsoever. We ain't fancy at all here in American Quality Control Features and Comment Limited. I will, we have since moved on long ago from our amateur quality days of thinking that duct tape was the solution to anything, because it never is. Painter's tape is the solution to everything. These are the true facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad, and you find out if painter's tape is a good solution for sweet potatoes that have been holding it down for Palestine in your window for months without seemingly rotting. So I don't know what's up with that, but whatever, man. Right on, sweet potato. I like the cut of your jib, bruh. Like the cut of your jib, bruh. An old fiddle guy out here, bro. Stanton, you guys got no. If I was such a bad guy, man, if Aaron Barmer was such a hostile neighbor, such a wildman, such a. If I was always acting like a maniac here in Stanton, like Commonwealth's Attorney John Baber alleges, without evidence. That nigga just not used to being held accountable by people who hate his guts because he's a coward. A coward and a loser. Because I ain't seen him win no cases yet. Keeps looking like his dumb ass keeps getting his lunch eat at court. And the only thing he got to show for it is leaking stories to to Brad Zinn's extremely terrible reporter ass. What was the fucking name of that story the other day? The case that sent a grandmother to jail. This bitch was abusing the shit out of these children. The case that sent a grandmother to jail is the headline you put in there, Brad Zinn. You motherfuckers, was that your wife or something? Are you motherfuckers getting high down there writing headlines? The case that sent a grandmother to jail. Did who wrote that? Zinn? Did you write that shit, Brad Zinn, yourself? Or did you and Commonwealth Attorney John Baber II burn the midnight oil to come up with the best headline for that article to make both of you look at all intelligent to people who are not paying attention? Because goddamn, that headline alone is abominable once you actually read the fucking story. A grandmother, that's who you're going to describe this fucking monster as? A grandmother. Inveterate child abuser would be at least in the ballpark, right? Unapologetic child abuser, right? Or the headline could be Baber mollycoddles monster, something like that. But that's not how we roll here in Stanton at the News Leader, right? I guess it's not important to write the race of the defendant at the News Leader anymore for any reason. We'll just have to take lead bellies. We assume it's lead bellies rule. If it's white, it's all right. Because dang, if that had been a black quote unquote grandmother, I have a feeling her face would have been in the paper or in the press release. Weird how we didn't see a press. I don't remember seeing a press release of this woman. I don't remember seeing her mug shot in at Middle River. Weird how that works, huh? That's fucking weird. Seems kind of privileged. Wonder how much it costs to hire Thomas Wiedner IV. So, got enough money to hire him, but we're gonna call people grandmas who are whipping people with modded belts, cats of nine tails, or whatever the fuck. And Baber can't fucking close the deal to make this motherfucker stay in jail at even 20 full fucking days. Yeah, we're really getting our money's worth here in fucking Stanton. We're really getting our fucking money's worth. We got a subscription to the News Leader. Goddamn, I'm so glad I'm fucking paying to keep Gannett afloat. I'm so glad that Brad Zinn has a job describing premeditatedly malicious child abusers as grandmothers. So glad. Fantastic shit. I'm sure this case was just yet another example of John Baber caring about this town. So, any fucking moron can write and yeah, I did say fucking moron. Yeah, I did use that fucking ableist language. Yes, I did with my fucking crip ass use the word moron. Get off my fucking back. Oh my God, I'm holding the movement back. Look out. My ass. I'm a little heated. apologies to the movement. But yeah, that fucking moron. John Baber and Brad Zinn seem to have themselves a little scheme set up over there at the News Leader. One does some shitty lawyering, and the other does some shitty writing. And it kind of comes out around the same time. And since most people in Stanton really only get the News Leader to read the obituaries and the local sports page anyway, they know that they're fucking safe from a lot of, actual criticism and oversight. Everyone knows what a cracker-ass racist town Stanton is downtown. Everyone knows that Stanton has a 95% white workforce in 2026, despite it only having a roughly 64% white population in 2026. And everybody knows that there's only about 2 or 3 people that functionally hire everyone in town for the last, 5-10 years. Somehow the math ain't mathing why that could be. Unless, of course, we, the call is coming from inside the house. So anybody can miss Mr. Aaron Barmer with complaints that he's just trying to stir shit up, or that he's just got sour grapes or some such white nonsense like that. Stanton is racist as fuck. And just like anywhere, we've got the black folks who know it and are sick to death of it. And we've got the black folks who have been trying to change that their whole lives, and have had to fight the black folks who've been cooning and collaborating and being compradors the whole damn time, brown nosing, even though they already black. Mr. Aaron Barmer ain't never going to be one of those people, though. I've been here 25 years. It's become pretty obvious to me that there's a lot, it's an ugly word and I hate to use it. But there's a lot of coons in Stanton, Virginia. And then there's just some people that are just scared. No backbone. They'd rather things just stay the same because they're too chicken shit to support people who are ready to fight and change things, because they're afraid of lifting a finger themselves or putting any risk in. There's cowards, but there's cowards everywhere. Doesn't matter what color you are. And then there's people that just need to be better educated. And those people, I'm not mad at them. They just need to be better educated. And they can be convinced and can be persuaded and can be educated and can be very helpful. And then we have our very own homegrown heroes, warriors, comrades here in Stanton who have been fighting not just that corny good trouble, but fighting, doing real head to head, no compromise, no retreat combat with these people, these racist crackers, these Jim Crow thieves here in Stanton. Some of them longer than I've been alive. And some of them have put in the work and have won material rewards that this generation and future generations will have evidence that someone was here working for the memory of what ancestors here in the Shenandoah Valley and in Stanton slaved under, worked for, struggled for, fought against, self-emancipated themselves from, survived through during white terror, living under white empire here in the 24401 out here in the Saw, baby. Black folks don't owe white people anything, and never did. It's a damn disgrace that there are black people in 2026 who don't understand that. But it's like I told one of Stanton, Virginia's mightiest elders today, Miss Susie King. I will never be one of those frightened coons who's going to pipe down and be quiet and run off in the corner and hold my tongue when some cracker, some racist cracker, opens their mouth and says, "Oh, that's not how we do things." Ain't that right, John Baber II, Commonwealth's attorney? Ain't that right, numerous city officials in the city of Stanton School Board, and the administrative echelon in the city of Stanton? Ain't that right? I'm listening. Because there's still a few police officers out there who ain't got the memo. But it's June 19th right now. And on June 23rd, there's going to be a couple police officers who know the difference. Ain't that right? We're going to follow up to verify that I'm telling the truth. Ain't that right? Trust but verify. Trust but verify. American Quality Control. Features and comment limited. Well, it's possible the old Porsche Club is back in town for a visit this summer. 2 in a row. Could be random. Or the Porsche Club could be back in town for their reunion. We'll see. American Quality Control Features and Comment Limited, Stanton, Virginia, 24401. Where'd the motherfucking cheese go at? I don't know. Oh, bro. Broski. This is about to be. It's about to be get off my feet and pop them up for the evening time. I don't know what the fuck is going on. These damn ankles be swelling up. I ain't out the woods yet. Probably gonna have ourselves another vestibular migraine soon. Still ain't picked up this new medication the doctor prescribed. I ain't got up to the Walmart yet to get it. I don't know, man. Raging against the machine is hard on your health. And the machine knows that. They have the benefit of money, little rat holes to hide in, and time. They got that going for them. And the capacity to outsource terrorism and entice spineless lackeys to do their bidding, to beat down people with principles, to delay the evil, wicked plans from reaching fruition. It's an old story, but it's a true story. And worst of all, the methods work. And if it weren't for the fact that revolutionaries, the kind we like, if it weren't for the fact that those people had, humanitarian principles at heart, we would do the same thing too to them all the time and win all the time. But we're not in the business of intentionally going out of our way to ruin people and make the environment unlivable to get whatever we want. That's what separates us from the enemy. But unfortunately, this is frequently why we lose at destroying the enemy, because, we are not totalitarian enough. Which is not a vice. It is just a strategic error that has to be factored in to every victory. Sorry, I don't know how else to put it.